Today I would like to discuss the issue of teenage suicide. It is a major issue that affects our whole community. We need to improve our town's ability to prevent teen suicide. There are many reasons why we need to take action against suicide. For example, suicide is the second leading cause of death for ages 10 to 24. More teenagers and young adults die from suicide than from cancer, heart disease, AIDS, birth defects, stroke, influenza, and chronic lung disease combined. 4 out of 5 teens who attempt suicide have given clear warning signs. Each day in our nation, there are an average of 5,400 attempts by young people grades 7 to 12. These numbers are too high for something that can potentially be prevented. Currently, Sandburg uses a card system to prevent suicide within the student body. The card is given to students on the first day of school. The idea is that students can give this card to a trusted teacher, social worker, guidance counselor, the nurse, or a dean. Then that adult can get you the help you need. Other than the first day of school, suicide is not discussed. The Bridge Teen Center is an outside resource that is made specially for teens. Kids can go there and talk to an adult if they're having problems and don't want to go to their parents or a person at school. The Bridge also has an anonymous question and answer page on their website where teens can ask a question and one of their experts will answer it and try to help them. This service is useful because it gets teens the help while allowing them to remain anonymous if they are embarrassed about their situation. The Village of Orland Park does not offer many resources to help troubled teens. On their website, there is a short pamphlet on suicide, but it is not specifically for teens. This pamphlet has the phone number of Metropolitan Family Services and it directs you to other places where you can get help, but does not have anything specifically from the village. On the other hand, there are many nonprofit organizations such as the Anne Marie Foundation that works to raise awareness for teen suicide and educate the public about their cause. This is the card that Sandburg uses as a suicide prevention tactic. Many of these resources are not good enough to effectively decrease the number of suicides in teens. The card used at Sandburg is easily lost or forgotten about. Many students forget what to do in a crisis because they have only been exposed to this information early in the year. By the end of the year, it is hard to remember what to do if you or a friend is in trouble because you have not been reminded throughout the year. The question and answer page on the Bridge Teen Center is a good resource, but unfortunately has not been used since November 2013. I believe this is because not many teens are aware of the service because it is not advertised or encouraged. The limited resources the village has are not easily accessible at all and would be hard to find in a time of need. There are also not nearly enough resources offered by the village to scrape the surface of this issue. There are many ways our city's plan to combat teen suicide can be improved. At Sandburg, we should educate students throughout the year about suicide and signs of depression. This way, students can get help if they notice signs of depression in their friends or in themselves. Education may also make students feel more comfortable talking about suicide, so they will be more likely to ask an adult for help when they need it. Schools and nonprofit organizations should team up to educate students and spread awareness. Sandburg should also offer more information on their website about resources at the school. One way to improve the Bridge Teen Center is by advertising their services through schools or social media. If teens see their advertisements more, they would be more likely to remember to go there if they are having problems. And most teens are always on social media, so they are more likely to see their advertisements on that platform. The bridge should also offer support groups led by one of their experts to guide teens in a group setting. This way, teens can know that they're not alone and they may be able to help each other. These support groups could also be held anonymously online, where kids can get help if they are embarrassed about their situation. Most teens also feel more comfortable online rather than talking to an adult in person. These meetings could also be run through the village and held in municipal buildings. Orland Park also needs to provide more resources and make them available and easily accessible on their website. The village should run a citywide campaign to raise awareness for teen suicide. Signs should be put up around town advertising programs the village has to offer so everyone knows about them and can use them in a time of need. This is an example of a poster that could be hung around town in buildings or at schools, and it basically reminds you of the issue and encourages you to get help. This campaign should break the stigma of teen suicide and encourage teens to come forward when they need help. This program can get ahead of the issue rather than cleaning up after it. With implementing new ideas and policies, as a community, we hope to prevent suicide rates from rising in teens. Our goal is to make teenagers feel more comfortable and safe when talking to adults when they need help or coming forward with their problems in general. We also hope to educate everyone to recognize the signs of depression and other issues so they can one day help a friend in the future. Resources also need to be available so they can go to an adult for help. The new policies are set so we could start to talk about suicide seriously because it is an uncomfortable topic. People should be able to talk about suicide without feeling awkward or uncomfortable. By using all of these new ideas, we hope to significantly decrease the suicide rates in teens not only in our city but all over the country. We encourage you to join the fight against teen suicide so we can potentially save the lives of our young society members. Together, we could put a stop to teen suicide. Thank you for your time.